All right, good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, June 19th, 2012. Start out with the results. This morning, we didn't take any ES trades. And we took about 3 or 4 NQ trades and did break even over there. And we took 2 YM trades, and we are plus 19 ticks on the YM. Now, if you have not taken a trial with us, you can go to www.cf like frankrn.net/apply and take the free trial. All right, the free trial comes with 5 business days, 2 hours per day, in our live trading room, where you can watch me put on the trades that I'm going to discuss right here, and you get to use our indicator set for the full 5 days, and you get to use all of Daniel's Trading's DT Pro charting platform for the full 5 days. All right. If you have not done that yet, and you are interested in doing it, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. All right, do that, and we will send you all the information you need to get that thing going by the end of the day. Let's see, what else? Today is Tuesday. Partners meeting Thursday night, 9 p.m. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. for the last 65 weeks, we have done a partners meeting. This weekend should be no different. If you are a partner, just a reminder, if you are in here on the free trial, you want to get into the partners meeting by Thursday night. All right, become a partner, partners only. Nobody else is allowed in there. And let's see. Let's get into the trades now. All right. All right. If anybody's got any questions in here, type them in as I'm going through this, and I'll answer them as we go. Okay. Up here on the chart itself are the trades that I took. Okay, the things where you see the yellow arrows up on the chart. Those are the trades that I actually took. All right. Let's see. This right over here. This was my first trade. We had a bearish cross of the MA1. The MA1 is this blue and red line right here. A bearish cross of that down below the BBC, which is this green line right here. Once that happens and price starts to pull back, looking for an area of resistance to bounce off of, and you get this divergence down here that you see. I've drawn the yellow arrow on down there. You look for price to start moving in the direction it originally came from, all right, which is down. I shorted there. I took some profit right there. Okay. The next trade, I didn't actually take it. Was over here. You see we had the bullish cross. Price came back down, tested the BBC, gave an up close right in there. We had some bullish divergence, but the cycle was pointing down too far for me. I did not take that trade, nor did I take any of these in here, these tests of the BBC. The next trade that I took was over here. This was pretty much an ideal trade. Everything was blue. I ended up taking a break even on the trade once it got some profit into it. I moved my stop up to break even and got out right there, but you see we had the bullish cross right here. The MA1 was blue. The cycle portion of the slingshot was blue. Price came back down, tested the BBC, and while it did it, everything stayed blue. That's an A-grade trade right there. I went long there, and once it started moving in my favor, this was the high of the day, and I had said if it hits the high of the day, I'm going to move my stop up to break even. I did do that, and it came back and took me out of break even. All right, my next trade was over here. Price came down, was moving down, tested the BBC, and moved down here. All right, I shorted it over here on the second attempt. I ended up stopping out to the tick right there, maybe plus it, took me out, I don't know, 9 ticks or so. I lost 8. Anyway, it went down a little bit and then it turned around and went up. Okay, now when it went up, this was another trade that I took right here. We had the bullish divergence, the pull back down, tested the BBC with an up move, again at the high of the day, or near the high of the day. I moved my stop up to break even and I got stopped out at break even. My next trade was over here. I got long in here, and I got out of the trade up here. I don't remember how many points I got on that, but it pulled down here, tested the BBC, we had the bullish divergence, and it gave an up close right there. That is the setup, guys. It's the same setup over and over and over and over again. So I took profit on that one, I lost on this one, and I got a break even on that one. I ended up finishing the morning at break even on the NQ. You can see right over here was the last opportunity. Right there was the last opportunity to get short when Dwayne was speaking right there a few minutes ago. All right. So if you got short there, you could still be short right now. I'm going through 3 markets right here, guys. 3, maybe 4 markets right here. What I recommend to people is pick a market that suits their risk profile, their comfort level, and trade that market. Don't try to trade too many markets at once because you'll end up missing trades all the time. Alright, now let's go over here to the YM. I took 2 trades on the YM. Okay, this one I took on the 4-tick range. Right here we had the bullish cross. It pulled back down, tested the BBC, and gave an up close. I went long there on the up close. It stopped me out pretty much to the tick here and then moved up and gave some nice profit. Okay. Now, we had the same thing here, guys. You see the divergence here? We have bullish divergence, came back down, tested after the bullish cross, tested, and then moved up. This stuff happens all day long. Right in here, this was right after the open. Let's see, right in here was right after the open. We didn't get long here. The NQ was given, opposite signals, I think. But we didn't get long right in here because the cycle is moving down against us. Now right here we were looking for opportunities for pullbacks to the BBC to get short. By the time it finally did pull back was way over here and the cycle had moved up, so we didn't want to get into that. Alright. Over here it pulled back. It didn't actually test the BBC there. It almost did, not quite. Then right in here it did test it, but it's going right into a weekly trading zone. So we really didn't have that many opportunities here on the YM. Okay, on the YM 4-tick range. Anyway, okay. In here, there were a couple of spots in here. We had bearish cross, pull back and tested the BBC with a down close. That was good for a few ticks. Over here, the same thing on the other side. Right there. Okay. You had the bullish cross, the test of the BBC. Well, there was actually a couple of them. There's the divergence down here where I'm drawing these arrows. So price pulls away from the BBC, comes back down, tests it. You would have been looking to get long right in here. So you would have needed probably 8 or 10 ticks risk. And then it moved up. It did the same thing over here. On the up close right here is where you're looking to get long. So that one moved up. Alright, and right now it's actually got some bearish divergence right here. See the green line is moving away from the red and blue cycle line right here. So it's got bearish divergence, and you would look for a down close right now because it's testing the BBC right now, looking for that area of resistance. Alright, so you'd be looking for the down close right at the moment. Okay? And that, my friends, is the YM on the day. Now, the ES, we didn't take any ES trades this morning, but I'll just go over what was there on the ES. Now, we started off the day right here. Okay? We had, let me just point this out. We had nice bullish divergence right here. It pulled back down. This was pre-market. It tested the BBC inside the weekly trading zone, and it went right up to the next zone. That was pre-market. This was when the markets opened up for us. Okay? It came back down and it tested the BBC right here. There wasn't 2 points between the entry and the weekly trading zone, so I did not look to take that trade. Alright? I didn't take that trade at all. Then we had this 7 or 8 point run, and by the time by the time it was pulling down here to the BBC, cycle was totally against the trade, and I was thinking that it was going to keep going down into the weekly trading zone here. If you had taken the trade here, the way we normally take these trades from the BBC, your entry would have been 50-50, 13-50-50. It drew down, what did it draw down? 5 ticks, I think, 1.25 points. And then it went up, and up here it hit the 2-point profit target that we normally have on there. Okay? So it went a couple of points. The next one came down over here. I wasn't interested in trading the ES at all, right here. Alright, I was thinking it's going to pull all the way back down here, and it still may. You see how it's flattened out right here? It's been pretty flat here for quite a while. This box area that I drew in here, I think we had 170,000 contracts in a 2.5 point range or 3 point range right there. And you can see it hasn't gotten much outside that range. The low right here, 1349.25, and the high right over here of 1353. So, 3 3/4 points for 2 hours now. That's a lot of contracts trading in this range right here. So we didn't take any trades on here on the ES. Okay, we didn't take any trades this morning. That was the morning. It was pretty slow and quiet. Now I'm thinking anyway, that tomorrow is FOMC day, and they have the FOMC stuff spread out over the whole day tomorrow. They have, let me just go through it really quickly here. Tomorrow at 12, hang on, at 12:30 I think they have FOMC statement. Yeah, at 12:30 Eastern Time they have FOMC statement. They also have the federal funds rate. Then at 2 they have FOMC economic projections, and at 2:15 they have the FOMC press conference. So they're dragging that thing out for a few hours tomorrow, and that will probably mess up trading quite a bit. Yeah, it could be. It could be. The FOMC is the Federal Reserve. They determine they determine the discount rate. Is that what it is? Changes the statement slightly after each release. The primary two. Hang on, I'm reading the question here. Not the question. The interest rate statement is what it is. The Fed statement, monetary policy. That's what it's all about. They haven't been able to do much with it lately, so they've been kind of throwing a lot of drama out there. Yeah, it's really important to us. It's what determines the interest rate you pay on any variable rate mortgages that you have and things like that. It doesn't determine it directly. It's sort of indirectly, but it is very important. Okay. But they haven't been able to do much with it because it's so low right now. I mean, it can't really go much lower. So there's not a lot that they can work with right here. It's sort of their way of printing money. Okay. Yeah. Well, who knows? Who knows, Robert? Depends what side of the aisle they're on, I guess. All right, guys. It is 12:34, and I've pretty much finished my recording for the morning. Does anybody have any questions? Any more questions? Anyone? If not, I'm going to wrap up the recording, and we can head out to Vegas.
Okay.